YouTube, why nobody respect your ass when you a big ass motherfucker? All right. Welcome back to the Creed channel. So I got to hit this one because I don't think people realize how important it is for people to respect you, right? So this one is very near and dear because I see the shit happen every day. And once you get that heightened sense of awareness, you just want to sit back and be like, damn, that would not be me. So respect. Whenever you meet somebody for the first time, that's your first time meeting them. Like that is, you can hear about somebody, or just meet them cold, like for the first time ever. But the number one thing that you notice first is how somebody looks. That's what it is. I can look at a resume and be like, dang, this dude a Harvard grad. He served in the military. He did this, he did that. He's the head of the space program. And then when he walked through your door, he bigger than all outside. And it's like, ugh, And I hate to say this, but as humans, we some judgmental motherfuckers. We just are. And that's really what it is. The superficial, although it's deemed bad, that's the way the world works. And I was a victim of that years ago, right? I would go through these spells of, hey, I want to get a better job. I want to get a better this. I want to get a better that. So you throw your resume together, you put all the highlights and stuff on there, the things that you know is going to get you there. So you get your foot in the door, the recruiter will call you, and then you go in for an interview and you find out that, hey man, I'm going to get this because I know I'm well qualified. I'm this, I'm that, only for you not to get the job. And people might say it's because, oh, this person was an internal hire or this person was way more qualified. I promise you, with what I do for a living and what I've been doing for a long time, I have sat in those meetings and people have been like, I ain't want to hire him. He's fat. I was like, whoa. And it's like, for me, we talk like that, and I'm not supposed to allow people to talk like that because of my role at the time. But it's like, dude, we human beings. And in order to be in this circle, you got to be able to trust me and I got to be able to trust you. So when I hear somebody say, that motherfucker's fat, I don't want to hire him. Well, damn, why would you not want to hire him? Dude's smart as shit. He got all these qualifications and he could do the job. Yeah, but do you really want to hire somebody who don't respect themselves? Do you really want to hire somebody who you can't trust? What does trust got to do with it? Look at his credentials. Bruh, if he can't control what he put in his mouth, no diddy, I swear once again, I wasn't at those parties. Dang, right? If you can't trust a motherfucker to control what they put in their mouth to nourish themselves, he's like, how the fuck can I trust him to do what I need him to do? When I'm not watching, when I'm not telling him what to do, that hit me on a whole nother level. But yet I still kept staying the way I was because that shit didn't affect me. I was like, man, that'll never happen to me. But life happens and hard times do happen. So I'm not saying that particularly happened to me, but I'm pretty sure I can infer that it did, because it's one thing to look at somebody on an interview on via Zoom, but when you meet somebody in person and you don't have that aura, you don't have that presence, you don't have that discipline, your body is your resume, right? I hear that all the time, but it's the truth. People gauge how much respect to give you based on the respect that you give yourself. And that's one of the realest shits you probably gonna ever hear me say, because why would I respect you if you don't respect yourself? That ties along into women. Your woman ain't gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. And it's not just the superficial, it's the things that you do and don't do. I said this the other day on IG and TikTok, right? Do what the fuck you say you're gonna do, man. Because when you with somebody who's loving you based on a condition, that's one that can erode real quick if you don't become a person of your action. And we are all human beings. You're going to slip sometimes, but once you become what you think, that's when the whole dynamic shifts. I became what I thought, right? I became somebody who wanted to show up. I became somebody who wanted to keep his word. I wanted to become somebody who got his finances right. I wanted to become somebody who didn't give a fuck about what nobody else said or thought about me, because that don't affect how I move. Granted, I still have my times. I still have my days. However, I rebound. I recalibrate, and I remember who I am, and I stay true to that, right? Because we're not going to be perfect in no sense or form of the fashion. But you still got to have that level of respect for yourself to know where you fucked up and where you need to correct it. I got a real good community of good brothers around me, you know what I mean? And I can go off and name them, Vernon Henry, great guy, Henry Thomas, Kevin Hubbard, Abdullah Mustafa, Kabir Tompkins. Dang, I said I could name all of them, but no, it's getting hard now. I got a real good group of Ahmad Brokenberry, Brandon Newey, Luther Versulian, Alex Reed, Southpaw Huncho, Cam, Brian. It's a whole community of people who they want to see you win. But the thing is, we all got one thing in common. We fucking respect ourselves, and we not going to let nobody else disrespect us because we respect ourselves so much. I was on the outside looking in like, dang, how is it that he can wake up and do what he do every day, day in, day out? And it's because I fucking told myself I was going to do that. I'm not one that's going to listen to a fucking motivational speaker because motivation going to wear off. I had to learn that discipline. I had to learn accountability. And people who knew me, the old version of me or whatever, you won't believe the change because, hey, I'm still human. I'm going to fuck up from time to time. But one thing I don't fuck up on, that's what I eat. That's when I work out. And that's my prayer. Those are 3 things I don't fucking negotiate with at all. Everything else throughout the day, sometimes it is adjusted because, hey, life happens and I'm busy. However, that's not going to change. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to show gratitude. God, thank you for waking me up this morning. And my prayer God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Please put your hand around this troubled world. Laughter is your hand on a troubled world. And I want to continue to bring that positive, warm love and laughter. God, please, I'm asking that you cover my family. I'm asking that you cover my friends. I'm asking you cover my friends' family and friends of friends because we don't know what they're going through. But I ask that you put your loving arms around them. Once I get done with my prayer, I get up and I do my actual prayer. I do my first 3 units of prayer so I can be okay for the rest of the day. And I do my last units of prayer before I go to sleep. It's a lot of prayers in Islam, but, I pray at my level because the things that I've went through in my life that came with me respecting myself and getting that alignment, like I discussed, that comes with that. And those are non-negotiables. But guess why? Because I said I was going to do it and I'm doing that. Everything else is falling into place. It's like being in a cocoon. You have to be in there while all the work is getting done. So when you come out and fly, you're going to be this beautiful fucking butterfly. I'm still in the cocoon, but I'm handling the things I need to handle in that cocoon because once I make it on the other side of whatever situation I'm in, it's going to be beautiful either for me or it's going to be good either for me, right? Because I'm determined to do the work and I'm determined to make those non-negotiables stick for the rest of my life. That prayer, making my bed. I ain't gonna even lie, I slip up on that shit sometimes because I be so ready to go to the gym. Eat that banana fruit, I break it in half. I don't eat it normally, I just break it up in pieces and then eat it. I'm about to get to the point to where I'm gonna take a knife and start eating the banana off like that because, some of y'all go too far with this Paul shit and I ain't trying to be nobody victim on a meanie. So I'm thinking about all that. And then once I get done doing that, check my messages, talk to my kids, and I'm on my way to the gym. And when I go to the gym, it is fucking war. I'm not in there to talk to nobody. I'm not in there to do anything other than to fucking destroy myself because it's war. That's it. And I'm going to come out on the other side. I go to the mirror. I look at myself. Some days I don't want to fucking be in there, but I'm in there because I said I would be. And I want to fucking get sexier than a motherfucker. Abs are coming in, but y'all will see that shit later. Y'all can get so fucking tired of seeing me without a shirt in the next 11 weeks. Y'all gonna this motherfucker need to put on some clothes before he hop on this camera, right? And but that goes with the respect. I've earned it. And I'm not gonna be humble with anything else. I'm going to be humble with the blessings that God gave me, but I'm not going to be humble with anything that I worked my ass off for. I'm not going to be humble with anything that I put blood, sweat, and tears into because everybody else wanted to sleep while I was out working. And I definitely won't be humble about when I'm eating. Fuck that. I'll go through the reverse diet. I'm not going to like it, but I'm going to go through the reverse diet and I'm going to be happy about it because it's going to make me look even better. And it's going to make me feel even better. My confidence is already at an all-time high. But I'm not riding that shit too much because I still have the humility to know that there's always work that needs to be done. Fellas, you're never going to be done on this fitness journey, on any journey that you feel that's going to better you. You're never going to be done. So when I hear people say, all it takes is 6 months to change your life, they fucking right. They are fucking right. But it took for somebody like me to have to start it longer because I was a piece of shit who couldn't keep his fucking word to himself. Man, this shit too hard. I'm just gonna go get this burger. Man, this shit too hard, man. I'm just gonna skip the gym today. Then one day become two become a week, and a week become a month. And then you wanna try to start up again. Oh, I'm gonna do 75 hard. Man, I made 75 hard in 6 hours and quit. What type of bullshit is that, right? And it was a simple mental exercise. Oh, I can do this. I couldn't. I had to do it when I wanted to do it. I got a family member who was on drugs real bad. You know what happened when we tried to take him to rehab? He was like, rehab, that's for quitters. I'm gonna keep smoking till I get it right. I was like, damn. But that goes to show you can't make somebody do something unless they're ready to do it. And I was finally ready to stop being a fat ass. I was finally ready to be able to look at myself in the mirror and have respect for myself. I was finally just tired of I didn't go through no overly blatant disrespect because I may have been a fat body, but I was still a tall motherfucker. And that to me needed to match, right? Oh, you carried it well. Bullshit. I did not carry that shit well. My face was so fucking bloated. I'm gonna put it in, it should be my thumbnail, but my face was so fucking fat. I didn't want to wear certain shirts because it made my chest look all like feminine with titties and shit. I didn't like wearing certain polos because it would hug the fat around my sides and stuff. And then when you fat, you just look like you built bad. You know what I mean? It's like, I ain't gonna even, man, I'm gonna say it because it's embarrassing, but it's me being vulnerable. Like, I used to be called a upside down H. I was like, how the fuck is a H upside down? But it was just a joke, like, bruh, you built like an upside down dustpan. I was like, oh shit. And I never really noticed because, hey, I'm in my body, I got money, I can do what I wanna do. But bro, I used to take a shower in my own house, in my own bathroom. The clear glass that you could see through, I would put a towel over it just so I had the security of knowing that if anybody walking out of my room, my lady walking out of my room, in and out of the bathroom, she ain't got to see this. You know what I mean? You know how embarrassing that shit was? But it just all goes back to not respecting myself, really. And these are vulnerable moments that I'm sharing with y'all because this is how deep this shit is, y'all. This is very, very deep. You changing your habits as far as what you eat, how much you, don't forget sleep. I don't know why I fucking neglect sleep. Guys, you need to prioritize sleep like you prioritize getting a nut. That shit is real. You gotta get your, if you working out and eating right and you getting 2-3 hours of sleep, you might as well go ice skate in the what was that river in Purple Rain, Minnetonka. You might as well go ice skate on that motherfucker. Because guess what? It ain't gonna help you none. You wasting your fucking time. You have to eat, you have to sleep, and you have to train. Hands down. You have to do it. 6 months can change your life. It took me 9 because I needed to walk for those first 3 months just to build a habit. You know, I had to tell myself, I'm gonna take 10,000 steps a day. Hey, I'm gonna eat, 2,000 calories per day. I really wish I would have did it a different way. Instead of just going to the kebab shop and getting the little grilled chicken or the steak off the little meat skewer rack. I ain't know what the hell was in that meat. It just, hey, it's chicken or steak. No, guys, you got to become so obsessed with this shit that I'm in restaurants now and I'm asking, hey, what kind of oils you use to fry this? Or what kind of oils you use for this? Oh, just some chili oil, olive oil. How much olive oil do you pour or do you spray? Oh, I don't know. The chef handle all that. You know what? Don't bring me shit. Just bring me a bowl of steamed broccoli. I eat the rest of the food when I get home. Guys, I am fucking serious with it. And people just look at me like I'm crazy. Man, damn, Sean, enjoy your life a little bit. Why you eating like that? Because I look like this and y'all look like that. Not being hateful, not being spiteful, but it's a fucking fact. And that comes with the respect. It don't even go down like that no more. Nobody judges or picks at my plate no more. They say, this motherfucker's locked in. People I work with, man, I see you in the gym all the time. Yeah, man, I know. You don't never come say nothing to me though. Man, I ain't in there for you. I'm in there to get in there, reflect on my life, reflect on what I'm doing and get the fuck out. I see you, I fist bump you, but I ain't having no conversations. This ain't that type of party. I don't even be in there looking at bitches. And a lot of them be in there with the booty shorts on and all type of shit. But that's not my thing. I'm not there for that. And then I'll notice, okay, I do some shoulder shrugs or the I don't knows. And then sometimes, oh, hey, why do you do one arm instead of two? Oh, it's just a better workout for me. Not even looking at the motherfucker, just paying attention to what I'm doing, because that's how locked in I am. You only fuck up your progress when you quit. And I tell people all the time, one bad meal, it's gonna hurt you. Yeah, don't listen to these other people when they say, oh, nah, man, one cookie, one bad meal ain't gonna hurt you. Yeah, you're right, but it ain't gonna fucking help you neither. So train your mind to be so disciplined to where that cookie look good. Guys, peanut butter had me in a fucking chokehold. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fucking peanut butter has me in a chokehold, especially the Skippy peanut butter with the nuts in it. Once again, no diddy. I may have drove by the party. I may have drove by it, but I didn't go in. I seen the screen door open. I kind of shut it, and then I just wanted to peek in and make sure people was okay. Then I left, but I wasn't at the party. But yeah, the Skippy with the peanuts in it, that is my fucking vice. That is my weakness. I don't even allow that shit in my apartment because I will fuck it up. But that, once again, that comes with the discipline and respect, because I know what I can handle and can't. I know how I want to look when I turn 38 this year. I don't look good in the motherfucker. Straight up. So I'm going to push myself to get there. And I'm going to do it the right way. Guys, time is going to pass anyway. You pick your suffer. Do you want to suffer and regret it? Or do you want to suffer and be okay with what you came through? You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say time is going to pass. We could start June 1st. And on December 1st, you can still look depressed, fat, bloated, inflamed, can't get your bowel movements right. You can't sleep good. You got to use a machine. Oh, that was me. I used to have to use the CPAP machine because I was snoring like a motherfucker and I couldn't breathe, you know. And then when that went away, now I can wake up without headaches. I can wake up without my throat hurting. I ain't got to worry about waking up the house or anybody because I don't really snore no more. And if I do, it's very minimal, which I don't even think I do that anymore. But I ain't got nobody sleeping next to me to tell me that. So maybe I'll figure that shit out someday in the future. Or you could take the other 6 months and get your ass up and make a change. Guys, link and everything is in the bio. Book that time, talk to me, and we'll see if we can go for it. If not, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's gonna cost you this much. I'm gonna give you game. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna tell you everything that I know so you can apply it. Now you get into Sean, give me a split and give me all this. Now we're gonna talk some other shit, but I'm just giving you game. I ain't gotta sell you shit because I'm the fucking product. I am. Look at my thumbnails. Look at, and y'all will see at the end of August, early September. You're going to see, y'all going to be with me for that time. You're going to see the journey. You've already been a part of it. You just don't know it, right? So when you respect yourself, other people are going to be forced to respect you. And that's a great feeling when you don't have to sit here and have that shit in the back of your mind. Like, damn, did this motherfucker just disrespect me? Nah. Because they're not going to want to disrespect you because psychologically they look at you and they know that you rare. Luther says this shit all the time and it's so real. Shout out to Luther Vasulian, my guy, and Southpaw Huncho, Alex Reed, Tony Drake. All of them basically say the same thing. If you are fit, you are rare. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. You are rare. I counted today for the purposes of this funky ass video. I counted it. And it bothered me because I counted it, but I couldn't stop counting. I walked out my door. Man, let's just see how rare I'm supposed to be. I think that's some bullshit. From the time I left my apartment, the penthouse, from the time I left the penthouse to my job site, 27 people. Out of 27 people, 13 of them were males. And I promise you, every single one of them was over 25% body fat. Or they were skinny fat. Nobody had an aesthetic look. Nobody had leg rests developed. Nobody had lats developed. I done got to the point to where I like being so rare now, I'm buying my shirts a little bit tighter, right? And it's cool because I ain't got no protruding bad fat or no fucking stomach fat in the front. It's not there, right? So when you walk around and you see that, you're going to catch the guys looking at you too. Like, dang, bro must work out. Or you definitely gonna catch the HUDs looking at you, because even when they with their dude. And most times I don't even fucking pay attention because I be on my mission. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to work. I just want to get into the music or the word, and let me just think about how I'm gonna move throughout the rest of the day. I got a team who depend on me to make certain decisions. So I got to make sure that my mind is right. I got to make sure I'm walking with God and I'm praying as much as I can. To which I used to pray a lot more walking to work. I'm actually going to get back into praying more walking to work, talking to God, because I feel like I have a way better day when I do that. And I'm going to get back to that. And guess why I'm going to do it? Because I respect myself and because I fucking said I am. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm still tightening up on a few of the readings because I went from 10 pages a day to 5 pages a day to, 3 pages a day. But hey, I'm still moving the needle. I'm still doing it, and that's that respect, that alignment. My thoughts are matching my words and my words are matching my actions, right? When you get that mindset, you're going to become an unbelievable person. And becoming the best version of yourself for men, yes, it's through pain. That's just what it is. You don't wake up one day and decide, you know what, I'm going to change my fucking life. Nah, bro, pain causes you to do that shit. And everything we want is on the other side of pain. It really is. I don't know how the path to life looks for any of us because we don't know the future. But if you put in the work and you do you control you control your dialogue, you control what comes in and out of your mouth. No Diddy, I ain't gonna get into the party part. But the things that you can, if you can control the controllables, if you can control the inputs, you're gonna be all right. And it took for an impatient motherfucker like me to finally realize I can only control what I can control. I can't control what he do, she do, they do. Can't do that. If I worry about me, I'll be okay. And one thing Luther always talks about is desire is the root of all suffering, right? You don't have to want every single thing. The main things that you should want should be for you and your development and your growth as a human being and as a person. My calling in life that I just figured out at 37, I want to inspire others. Not only do I want to inspire others, I want to be that person that somebody can say, damn, I knew this dude when he was this person. That motherfucker changed. So if he did it, why I can't do it? And that's the question. Why can't you do it? You can, but it's going to start with accountability and it's going to start with respect. And ain't nobody going to respect you when you don't respect yourself. With that being said, don't play them fucking away games, fellas. Get on your shit.